This is another episode of Live from Ox City.
Gia. No.
I have I'm super excited to show you this new sound effect. And we're going to segue it into, it's related to the NBA in a way. So I think it'll fit nicely. So the news is, well, first big news, not free agent news, but Russell Westbrook. Brody to the Lakers, right? That was a big blockbuster trade.
Yeah, I was.
You're trying to figure. You're trying to figure it out right
now.
My
my favorite thing about Russell Westbrook is that when that reporter asked him, "Hey Russell, do you think you guys lost this game or did they win the game?" And he's like, "What?" And then the meme, that's my favorite.
Is that from the meme?
Yeah, that's the meme. Literally, his response was the meme of him in that green shirt or whatever it is.
Okay, I'll see if I can get our producer to bring it up.
Yeah, but no, that's I like that. I like that move for the Lakers. I'm not gonna lie.
So you like it because a lot of people hate it.
Well, a lot of people don't like Russell Westbrook for whatever reason. Well, they maybe more so that he's not as great a shooter, and they don't have any shooting.
Yeah, they don't. That is a problem.
They did sign Wayne.
Hold on, producer found this.
Russ, did you guys lose this game or did the Jazz win this one?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Yeah, now that was the moment I became a big Russell Westbrook fan. Nah, I've always liked Russell Westbrook, but nah, he brings the energy. He brings an energy to their team. Like he
does.
He brings an energy
does.
to their team that they
bring the energy.
They kind of need it. They definitely are under the gun to get some shooters that can also play defense, which is going to be tough. Because you could get the guys who are sitting on their couch, the guys who are fine for the minimum that could shoot, but you need someone that play defense once you get into the second and third round of the playoffs.
It was because they just got Wayne Ellington and Trevor Ariza, right? So
this is the funny part. They just brought back a bunch of guys who were like, okay, just kidding. I do want to be on the Lakers
because they're trash. Oh no, but they didn't. They didn't have Wayne Ellington before.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
No, okay, yeah. So they did. They had Wayne Ellington and
Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard,
and they just let all of them go.
But it's funny. They're like, okay, yeah, I do want to be back. It's kind of, it's funny. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Trevor Ariza, I was like, whoa, he's still playing.
Oh, I thought this. I thought the same thing about Wayne Ellington.
Yeah, he's been getting checks because of his shooting ability, but
because he can shoot the ball, yeah. Hey, but you mentioned that Westbrook brings an energy to the team, and I agree.
Yeah,
and that's a lot of the reason that I haven't been a huge fan in the past, just because there's been so many times that he just, he plays so hard and he gets he averages triple doubles, but he gets out of control. And he just always seems like he's kind of that way.
Yeah.
So I'm preparing for next season, and I got this new sound effect for Russell Westbrook.
Man, that is on point. Yeah, that's on point. Nah, that's
Yeah.
run that back.
So I'm imagining like, all right, Lakers Clippers, it's coming down to the wire, and AD, he's wide open in the post, and then Russell Westbrook tries to drive, and then he kicks it off of his foot into the stands, and the buzzer sounds. So on that episode, the following day, I'm gonna play this.
The Z gets me.
I know it's gonna happen too.
Yeah.
I know it's. I mean, I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't, but it's going to. Unavoidable.
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
But I am happy that they got him. I like the move.
I like the move too. I like the move. I'm a big fan of the guys coming home to play. I like that.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the Wayne Ellington and Trevor Ariza and Dwight Howard coming back to their team that released them or traded them.
Nah.
No. But yeah, no, him coming back home to the hometown. That's why DeMar DeRozan is probably he should be on his way now to the Lakers.
Damn, they gotta sell stock in the team to get him. Or he's got to come on a veteran minimum or whatever. Those low.
I don't think he would have to come on the vet minimum, but he would have to take a serious pay cut,
Sure.
which he has said that he would do. But I don't know about that serious.
I think.
Plus, Lowry went to the Heat.
Yeah, I could see him.
Not
going
that
to
they're
Miami.
like tied together, but
I could see him going to Miami. I think he can make like.
Which would make them pretty tough.
Yeah, for sure it would. I don't know how that would work. Actually, you could. I could see it.
Miami also just signed Duncan Robinson.
Yeah.
To like 5 years,
90.
Like 90.
Yeah.
So I mean, if they just signed him, and I don't know about maybe DeMar if he takes a pay cut, but I don't know if he's taking a pay cut to like sit behind
That's
him.
what I'm like. You just paid this guy 90, 5 for 90.
Yeah.
9, and you're like, all right, I'll get 17 for a year, like, or whatever they can give him. I think it was like something like around that. It's like, I don't see that. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think so.
So then where's?
Because he's chasing a ring. I don't think he's. I think Lakers or Clippers, to be honest.
I mean, it'd be cool. We'll see.
I don't think he. I mean, I don't see like a New York. Or I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe if it was like him and Dame or something, but.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. He's the top guy right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't count Kawhi.
Yeah, we probably should. I don't think there's anything to him declining that player option.
Yeah, well, I actually think he's going to sign a 2-year deal and then opt out, like a 2-year with a player option, and then opt out because then he can get like a super max.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chris Paul got 4 years, 120 or something.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yep. He's going to be like 40 years
after
old.
16 years in the league.
Yeah, he's going to be like 40 years old.
Hey, you were right.
Yeah, I told you they're not going to let him
lock him down for the rest of his career.
Yeah, build a shrine, build a street, and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Lowry, like you said, Miami.
You think Melo comes to the Lakers?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he
I
does.
think so. Yeah,
I think he,
I
I
think so
think he
too.
does on a minimum, and then because he could shoot
Right.
and he
Yeah.
could play,
Exactly.
but it's yeah, and yeah.
I think it's possible Dame leaves
Oh god.
and then like no, I'm not saying go to the
Uh
Lakers,
huh.
but like if he leaves and then if he leaves, there's no way Melo's staying.
Well, here's the
You know?
problem with the way all that unfolded, right? Like I get what Dame did. He's like, man, I need more leverage. I need them to feel a sense of urgency. But then he also made it scary for free agents to come. And
Oh
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like it's like, and it's like I don't know if Dame's staying.
yeah,
So there's a lot of uncertainty with that team. So it kind of backfired.
yeah. But I think that's probably been the case for a few years now, anyways. Of like,
Yeah.
if I go there, like it seems like he's always kind of been not. He's always been invested. Like he's always been about staying in Portland, but it's always been like, should he go somewhere else? There's always been that kind of
Right.
energy around it.
Yeah, and it's not like people are lining up to go to Portland. So
No,
we're talking
no,
about the starters and off the bench guys, not no other all
yeah.
star or anything like
I
that.
would love to see him go to New York.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Like, man, if he went to New York and it was Knicks, Nets, and you get Dame versus Kyrie, and then like the other pieces on those team, like obviously KD and Harden, but the Knicks have good young guys too with Randall and Barrett.
I gotta say, I don't think that the Nets. I don't think this Nets team works.
I don't think so either, but I think they would have good battles,
Yeah, no, yeah. If there's
especially like in MSG and and
Barclays,
like that whole thing.
right? Who do you think has the better big three? The Lakers or the
If
Nets?
that, oh, um, I mean, I'm going to say the Lakers, but
I think so too. I,
yeah, people are really kind of shitting on the Westbrook trade, but I mean, just think of the the defense, like the attacking the basket, and like lobs and all that stuff. Like
yeah,
Westbrook averages a triple double. Like, what are we talking about?
yeah,
All three of these guys almost average a triple double.
yeah. And they're like, oh man, what like the thing is funny where it's like, oh, the ball movement, like you need Westbrook to have the ball in his hands at all times. Like he he, he led the league in assists.
In a yeah,
He led the league in assists. That means he's passing the basketball a lot.
right, right.
But yeah, no, you're gonna have people who are gonna be like, the funny. Here's the one that I love always. Their styles um
Don't
don't
work
work
together.
together.
Don't mesh.
Yeah, okay. Tell that to
Yeah.
NBA All Star, who I think they all played on the Olympics at the same time, right? They played on that
Mm,
on
yeah,
on
probably,
that
probably.
the one with Kobe, LeBron, and all them. Yeah, because Westbrook was a backup, and I think one of those years AD was a backup too.
Ah, man. If anything, AD wasn't on it,
I want to say he was,
but I don't know.
and he was the youngest
The
dude.
young
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, I think it's and especially at this point in Westbrook's career, where he's kind of he's been to a few different teams, like he hasn't been successful really, and now he has a chance to come back home, play with LeBron and AD with the Lakers. Like I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was talking about I guess they like Westbrook, LeBron, and AD like got together somehow right after that or whenever that came out, and we're already kind of talking about like roles and what they're kind of wanting to do, and that that AD is going to play 5, and I think LeBron's going to play like 4. So I mean, maybe in some lineups,
Yeah, we'll
but I
see.
mean, imagine that lineup if you're able to do kind of like a small ball
Small
thing
ball
like
thing.
that.
Yeah, we'll see who they sign. Or is it still early?
Yeah,
But yeah, I could see that working for sure. If
and then you got him and Reggie Jackson. Like, right? Like, is he gonna? He's gonna stay. He's gonna be there again.
Yeah, but I mean, the real person
I was
that
just
they
thinking
don't
of
like,
the.
that he doesn't like, is Pat Beverly.
Oh my God, that too. Perfect.
Yeah.
See, now we got our own psychopath to battle that again, and it's not Lance Stevenson.
Do not disrespect Lance Stevenson. He is
He needs
somewhere
a sound
playing his
effect too.
banjo.
Perfect sound effect. Hey, have you even seen what Isaiah Thomas has been doing in these like pro
Yeah,
am
he's been
leagues?
killing.
He dropped 60 and they hit the game winner in one today.
Was that today, or that was like a couple days ago?
I think, or maybe no. Well, no. So he
Oh,
had
he
a
had a
game
game.
before. I think he had
Oh,
50.
you're saying he dropped
He had
60?
50,
Oh, shit. I didn't
and
know
then
that.
yeah. So he had 50, and then he dropped 60.
Okay, then
Like,
yeah, I saw.
so he's just dropping like
Oh,
50 plus, and he's what 5'8" maybe.
yeah, 5'8", 5'9", somewhere. He,
Yeah,
yeah, that guy could score. You can definitely get buckets. It's everything around
yeah,
it though. It's like is
yeah, yeah,
I mean everything else, like defense, is he a liability and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. But to see that is crazy.
Yeah,
And he's like smiling as he's doing. He's just like running circles around everybody, and
yeah, he's
like,
definitely a guy that you could see in these in like the pro-am circuits, kind of killing. Lou Will's another guy too, who's like,
oh
you
yeah,
see the highlights where it's like, overseas dudes, pro, whatever, and he's just like getting buquitos on
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Oh, did you see the one where Trey Young?
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
god, that was perfect.
yeah.
That was perfect for the
It's
like
crazy.
average person who's like, it's like this. The dude who's guarding him is like a pro. I'm assuming, because it's like a pro am, like summer, and sort of like the Drew League here on the West Coast. They have them all over.
Right.
And some guy, he's just some pro guarding Trey Young, and he's talking shit. And Trey Young, for those that didn't see it, he's like, who is this dude? Like, basically, like, who do you play? Who do you even play for? And then you
Damn, I
could,
didn't see all
yeah,
that.
they saw, like, whoever catches they're next level now. They could catch your words and everything on the
Yeah, yeah.
footage. But they had him, that whole sequence was the last uh shot of the game, and Trey Young's team had the
Oh, and then
ball, and he's just like,
he
who
hit that
is this
shot on
dude?
him.
He's like talking to the crowd or talking to the camera, all while it's like inbound time. And he's like, he looks away from the camera and he just goes and gets the ball. He gives him like a move, pump fakes him, dude gets up in the air, and then he hits like a three on him to win the game.
I saw that.
And it's like, dude, do not, what do you think that, you don't think that these dudes
Yeah,
are next level? Like,
yeah.
this is
Who was guarding Trey Young in the first couple rounds of the playoffs? Like, what, Ben Simmons? Did he guard him for a little bit? Probably.
Let's see, they played them in the second round, right? No, they played,
Yeah,
yeah, they played them in the second round. Who they play in
yeah.
the
The
first round?
second round.
I forgot who they played in the first round.
New York.
Right. And he was torching him.
Yeah, he was torching New York,
Yeah,
and he was doing that in the Garden too.
that's what
He was like chirping at the crowd, like bowing and
yeah,
waving goodbye, and like in Philly,
yeah. New
like
York and Philly, the
he
craziest basketball towns.
exactly, and then like this dude on the in
Eh.
this rec league or pro am league or whatever is like, nah, I got him.
That's why every single time, like Kobe or KD, or you have all these
Oh
guys,
my,
they
what
go
did
to,
KD drop? 50, I think it
was
was
it 50 at the Drew
something like that. Yeah,
or what?
at Rucker
At
Park. I don't
Rucker?
know.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, is that Rucker?
that's what I'm saying. Every time you hear or see the footage of these dudes going to these Rucker Park or the Drew League or Gauchos or whatever it is, and they just destroy, absolutely
Yeah,
murder, because it's like this is
and they
enough.
have to though.
But they have to, but it's second nature, because this is what they do. You don't
Right.
realize the difference. Like a lot of people is like, oh, like they don't understand the difference between like a Division 1 and high school and the NBA. Like they don't understand the amount of difference
Yeah.
that it is, and it's just
Yeah, that if it's your thing that you do every day to make money,
right.
it's a different thing.
Yeah, so it's just I love seeing stuff like that. That's dope.
Uh, so the our neighboring city, Port Hueneme,
Yeah.
looks like it's possibly changing its name to
To
Hueneme Beach.
Hueneme Beach.
What
Hueneme
did you
Beach.
call the city
What did I call the
when you
city?
were younger? Yeah.
I see where you're going, but you're not gonna get me to go there. Yeah, Port Hueneme. I always said it like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right. Um, yeah. Shout out to Jordan. He broke it. I don't know if you remember, but he broke it down like the boundaries of um Port Hueneme, like the city limits and all that.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember that, but yeah, he broke it down, and I was kind of always like, what is Hueneme? What's not?
yeah. Where does it start?
Right.
Where does it end?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, yeah. I guess we could talk to someone who was a Hueneme person, like who's really like Hueneme tatted on their back. Do you know anyone like that?
Yeah, yeah,
Let's do it. Let's call
yeah.
them. Let's give them a call. If you have minutes on your phone, did you pay your Sprint
Yeah,
bill?
I got. I paid the
Your
phone
Metro
bill for
PCS?
this phone. For this one.
Mm. For this one, a sidekick.
What it do?
There he is.
There you go.
Tadell,
What's
you're
up with it?
you're on the podcast. You're live from Ox City.
Oh, we live.
We're live from Ox City, not Hueneme Beach.
Okay.
He said, "All right."
So,
Hey, did you?
Well, you say that?
Yeah, did you
yeah,
hear
go.
about that?
No.
So I guess they're trying to change the name.
To what?
So
Hueneme Beach.
yeah, the Port Hueneme to Hueneme Beach. We wanted to see how you.
Point Hueneme to the Hueneme Beach?
Yeah, they're talking about changing the name.
Yeah,
To like give it more of
South
an
Beach.
appeal, right? Like a beach city. Yeah, yeah.
So you have.
Nah,
I heard that you have Hueneme tatted on your back, so we wanted to get your opinion on it.
I carry it on my back, but not tattoo.
Hey, okay.
I like that. Yeah. What do you think they should? Okay, so do you think do you think they should change the name?
Nope.
Okay, and
So what it changes just to Hueneme Beach?
they're.
To the point Hueneme Beach?
I guess they're. What was the extensive research that we did on it?
So it's all right. So it's Port Hueneme or Hueneme Beach. Effort underway to change city's name. So
Hmm.
yeah, but I think the idea is that it would raise value. I think is what they're going for. Like to make it sound like it's a beach. Like a Huntington Beach or a Hermosa Beach or whatever.
Well, it's Santa Monica Beach. It's 3 words.
Mm,
But I don't even think it is Santa Monica Beach though. The city's just called Santa
Uh,
Monica.
hmm.
Like, but there's like I don't know. There's in Florida they have cities like that, right? Like
beach.
Daytona Beach,
Yeah, Miami Beach. Yeah.
Miami Beach.
Would you?
So, but
I mean,
no. You say no, Didel?
it don't matter.
What if they changed it to?
But I mean, it's a reason why it's called port, because obviously we port things from the base. So it makes sense to just keep it from where it's at.
Yeah.
Would you?
I'm just.
Would you change it to just Hueneme and take off the port? Leave the beach out.
I'll keep it how it is.
Oh, he wants to keep the port.
He
in
wants
there.
to kill. Okay.
Interesting.
That's a very strong stance.
Nah, it ain't. It's just the one.
I'm just kidding.
You're trying to get him
Yeah,
on a strong
yeah.
stance on something.
Get backlash, next thing you know, get canceled.
Hell no, we won't
He
go.
doesn't represent us.
People rioting and
He
picketing.
doesn't represent us. They already got one. They already changed up where they built the new stuff at. Or the harbor is. That's not, what is it called now? It ain't called Hueneme. It's called Hueneme Beach or something like that, isn't it?
What, down at the end of Ventura?
Oh, you're talking about the
Yep.
actual beach?
Yeah, I think not like where they put the new stuff. I don't know.
Oh, they got new stuff over there. Okay.
I could be wrong.
I'm attracted to it now because they put the name beach on it, so I'm kind of like.
Oh, Shores, I think they was changing it to.
Oh, Hueneme Shores.
Yeah.
Original.
Yeah.
So I was telling.
We're trying to get on TMTV show out here.
I was telling Greg that that they I saw maybe a year ago or 2 years ago that they were thinking of. I saw it somewhere that they said they were trying to get it to be Oxnard Shores instead of just Oxnard.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and but just a lot of people.
Okay, that's what I was thinking there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what
I
you
think
were
I remember
Yeah,
that
that's
too.
trash.
Yeah, a lot of people were like, nah, and
Hey, that was
they
trash.
shot it down real quick.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same vibe. It's more, I guess it would make a little bit more sense for Hueneme because it literally the whole thing is a beach and it's closer
surrounded by a
to
beach, so it would make sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a You think what? What were you gonna say?
I wanted to. I wanted to see if Tadell would like my new sound effect. I just wanted to see if he would.
About the Lakers?
Actually, it is.
Wait, about the Lakers? Yeah. How do you know
I knew
that?
it.
How do you know it?
Good. We're the topic right now.
But what? Okay, so what, do you have a guess, like at what it is?
Is it about?
Wait, hold on. Okay, let me just play it for you, and then maybe you could tell me what you think it's about.
the Space Jam. Oh man, got sound effects and everything.
Dude got crazy sound effects.
Is that Russell Westbrook running all over the floor?
Bingo.
You're not a fan?
No, I am. He just plays so hard, you know. That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like.
Dude's crazy.
No, I like the move. I just, you know how he is. Like that's just how he is.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, we got some people. We just picked up some people, some old school people that was on the team already.
Oh, old school Lakers players.
I like how you say it's old school people.
Not
Yeah.
old school like they old. Only one that was dead like when they went in like that is Ariza.
Yeah.
But he's still balling though to me.
That's interesting you said that
Because
because I didn't even know
lockdown
he
a
was still
little
in the league, to be honest.
He played for Miami.
Did he?
Well, he was in he was
Oh,
playing
shoot,
in the
okay.
playoffs.
Man.
He got hurt.
Oh.
He got hurt like the last game. But he was playing. He actually had a good game before he got hurt. He dreaded up now. Like that's probably why you recognize him.
I was thinking because they got Ellington, Ariza, and Howard. I was thinking we were saying they probably get Melo too. What do you think, Tadell?
Get Bella?
Melo.
Bella Duncan? Oh, Melo. Yeah, I think Melo. But then I don't know. They might go. I'm hearing Buddy's still an option for him. I like that one.
Who?
Buddy Hield?
Buddy Hill.
Oh yeah,
but
they can't anymore. I don't think. Right? Because they gave up because they wanted Kuzma, which by the way, that Westbrook trade, like what they gave up for that, I was totally fine with it.
I think the only way that they can get Buddy Hield is through a sign and trade with Schroeder.
Let's do it.
But I don't know. Yeah, there's got to.
Let's do it.
But they're not going to have Schroeder. He's gone. I don't think him and Westbrook are going to play together.
Right.
Well, he
but you don't
could go wherever he wants.
Who?
But you
Schroeder
could try to
it would be a sign and trade. It'd be a sign and trade. So, but the only thing is with the Kings, it doesn't make sense because they already got what's the name?
De'Aaron
Fox. So it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
plus, I don't know how they could work Buddy Hield's contract with Westbrook now.
It would be through that sign and trade. But the only thing is, the De'Aaron Fox. Man, Buddy Hield, he's a
great shooter. People were saying they should have gotten Buddy Hield instead of Westbrook. That to me is crazy. Sure, Buddy Hield's a great shooter, but Westbrook is.
Yeah. No, it would have been.
You get him first and then see.
No, it's the other way around. It's if you can't get Westbrook, you get Buddy Hield.
Yeah. People were bashing them for doing that. It was crazy.
Those crazy Laker fans, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Laker fans. I think it was more like analysts and stuff. I think Laker fans are hyped about it, really.
I'm sure there was a lot of Laker fans.
Laker fans are doing this around their house right now.
Screaming at the wall.
Dang.
Who you think else we gonna get? I feel like
Melo.
Mark Madsen,
Mike
Pig Miller, Nick Van Exel,
Penberthy,
bring them all back.
Anthony Peeler,
Corey Blunt, Eldon Campbell. All of them. Eddie Jones, do some layups from the 3-point line. Shannon Brown, yeah.
But he's actually still playing.
Be hitting his head on the top of the backboard.
Yeah, it gotta hurt.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of other guys that I was looking at the free agent. Ooh, Patty Mills.
Yeah, that's what we were shooting for Patty Mills, but
Oh, I hope so.
Ooh, that's a God. I don't want that to happen.
He's free. Patty Mills, JJ Redick.
Yeah, I did hear JJ Redick.
Oh wow, yeah. Man, talk about shooting. That helped.
Talk about shooting and running around.
Both of them too.
Blake Griffin's free.
Huh? What's that, Drew?
Huh?
I said talk about shooting and running around.
Blake is free.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Who's free?
Yeah. Blake
Oh,
Griffin.
he just signed. He just re-signed.
Ah.
Oh, did he
Yeah,
resign?
Oh, with
yeah.
Brooklyn?
On I think a 1 year.
Oh, okay.
It'll make sense. Jeff Green dipped
He
though.
did. That was weird.
He went to.
I didn't.
Yeah, I thought he would stay. I mean, they probably.
He went where?
I forgot where he went.
He didn't go to San Antonio.
I don't know. I know Lonzo went to Chicago.
I
though.
love that for him.
Yeah.
I love
what's
that
crazy-
for him.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
If they,
What's
I don't.
crazy is that they want a shooter super bad.
Who?
Oh, I think Lonzo's a better fit than Shooter. I think.
I
so.
think that for him, period,
I like
that's
both.
a great move. He's still young. He gets a big contract, and then he gets a chance to prove himself as a full-time guy, like one of the guys on the team. And then he goes to a team that maybe he can contend or whatever. I love that for him.
Yeah, and Zach LaVine is really good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if they can bring
for
back
sure.
like Lauri Markkanen, that dude, I think he's a free agent too. They got some pieces. Like they have some young draft. Like the last few drafts, they've done okay. I think so. They have some young talent, but
True. Hey,
Yeah.
Tadell. So this is gonna drop. This is gonna drop to tomorrow when the versus Locks versus Dipset.
Oh.
Who do you got?
You already know what I'm down with.
Oh,
the
you
set,
got
man.
Dipset. Okay.
But this is gonna be tough.
I'm all the way Locks. I'm all the way Locks.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna say that the Dip gonna win.
It's gonna be.
Who's the?
That's
So how many?
that was my people's growing up, man. I felt like I was part of them.
Yeah. So for the listeners,
how big of the groups are they gonna have? Like,
yeah, that's a good question. I think it's just gonna be the three. So for the listeners, Versus is doing the next one is against, well, depending on when you hear this, Tuesday. It's gonna be at Madison Square Garden. It's gonna be Dipset, which is Jim Jones.
At the Madison Square Garden, like Jackie Chan said. At the Madison Square Garden.
In what, rush hour?
Yeah. I always wanted to go to Madison Square Garden.
Oh shoot, I do remember that.
You gotta love Jackie Chan, man.
Yes.
Hey, Jackie
so
Chan's
you
awesome.
got Dipset,
Legend.
which is Jim Jones, Jewels, Santana, and Cameron, Killer Cam, versus the Locks, which is Sheik Luch, Jadakiss, and Styles P. And honestly, they're solo. All of them, they got hits, paused, and they got group records. It's gonna be crazy, man. That's one thing that I wish I was in Madison Square Garden for, because
New York for it, bro.
Because when Dipset Anthem comes on, or We Fly High, or The Benjamins, or I Get High by Styles P, like those are we gonna make like there's so many hits that are gonna go unbelievably crazy in Madison Square Garden.
Damn, we should have done this on the Patreon.
Yeah, we should have been in New York for this one. But who you
gonna feel like you're watching it online?
I'm gonna be on. Yeah, I'll be on live. So you said you got Dipset. You're gonna roll with Dipset.
That's anybody know me know that Dipset immunity album, boy.
How do they pick a
top
winner?
tier for me. They don't.
They don't. It's just like how you feel it is.
Yeah, it's like the
streets.
Yeah,
do.
the streets do.
I mean, there's sometimes where it's a clear like, all right,
yeah,
you know,
right.
Well, it's still cool to watch.
It's like a battle.
And
it's a celebration. That's what they're trying to say.
You think they sell that thing out?
Yeah,
I think so.
Damn, no MSG though.
But look at where it's at.
I think it's
look where
out,
it's at. Look who it is. That's the soundtrack to their lives.
Yeah, that is hard to sell out.
Yeah.
That is hard to sell out, but I think it's selling out.
I think it's selling out.
Have they done one there before?
I don't think so.
What happened?
I don't think they've done a versus at Madison Square Garden before, right?
I thought D'Angelo was over
really?
there. D'Angelo
I didn't
did his
see
little
that
thing over there.
Damn, D'Angelo versus
Or it could have
who?
been at the Apollo.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. That sounds about right. I didn't see
It
it,
was
but
D'Angelo versus Friends.
Versus who?
I didn't watch it either. His Friends, aka it was a concert.
yeah.
I didn't watch it at all, but that's just what I heard.
Yeah, I'd like to. I can't wait to see that one. So we'll be check that out.
And the best setup was the 2-short E40 one. That set was in the background was fire.
Yeah, that was a cool.
What's the worst one that you've seen?
It's food Craig. Swaggy stay trying to get some consultation on.
Be controversial. I'll tell you the one I watched with Ludacris. I think it was Ludacris and Nelly. Because it kept Nelly's internet was off.
That was it was a snowstorm. So
Yeah.
that
he
was
was
the
like
worst,
calling in,
that,
and it was just buffering.
Well, they were
they're
doing them on live on Instagram.
Wee wah.
Yeah,
He's giving the AOL sounds.
Yeah.
Amy. Hey, what's the best phone ever though?
Sidekick.
For sure.
Wait, hold on. Where is that?
Yeah, the Sidekick for sure.
Don't tell me you got the shling.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
Pause. That sounded like I should have said pause after that.
Does this work?
Oh, that was one of them.
Kind of.
Somebody's texting me. Hold on. Okay, I'm done.
Man,
Done.
All you gotta do is see that little pouch on her little waist. Like, hey, what's your aim?
I think the Sidekick, which if you're
willing to give it up,
if you're listening and you're not familiar with the Sidekick, that was a T-Mobile.
It's a certain era.
Too young for you, bro.
Yeah, from what, the early 2000s probably.
It was mid 2000s.
No, like 2006.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I remember having one. I paid for, like, I got a hand-me-down phone that was my sister's phone when I was in high school, but I couldn't text on it. Like, I didn't have text messaging on it, so I wanted text messaging, so I got a Sidekick separately. Like, once I got a job, I got a separate Sidekick, and I had like a holster for it.
I got my first Sidekick off of Kindle. He upgraded. I was like, let me get
I
that
did,
up.
Well, that was your first?
He sold it to me.
I did, huh?
That was the first one.
You had the 3? I gave you the 3?
See?
I gave you the 3, right?
You sold me.
Sold you. How much I charge you?
Let me be clear. You sold me.
I charge you an arm and a leg?
I don't remember. Nah, hell no, man.
I remember I paid $25 a month for that phone. I paid $25 a month just to text.
Oh yeah, you did.
Damn.
You had
and internet access though.
I don't even know if I had that. I feel like I got the most basic thing, and I didn't even have internet access.
That came with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe. Okay,
that was the Sidekick. That was the Sidekick plan.
The plan, you get internet and
yeah.
How much? It was $30 for the thing.
Yeah, it was something cheap. They were really charging the money on the phones back then. They were like, "All right, this is $700. You gotta pay it all at once."
Yeah.
And it was kicking people out who was trying to buy.
They cut off one of your fingers.
Nah, your credit's trash. Get out.
Over like 75 years.
Now it's a car loan.
Yeah, basically.
It was ruthless back then. They're like, "This is a stack. What, you got it or not? All right, next."
Yeah, and everybody went so bad.
Cut off the pinky finger too.
Yeah, man, that was back in. That was when T-Mobile was kind of lit because they were the only ones with the Sidekick.
With the Sidekick, yeah, and the Sidekick had that little roly light up ball
mouth.
You know,
yeah.
and I had mine on my belt like a weapon.
But I'm not gonna. But you had the fat Sidekick, Greg.
I thought they're all the same.
No, you had that one that was like gray. Remember? Didn't you?
Oh yeah,
Motor-
yeah,
It-
yeah.
The Motorola one,
No, he had no he didn't have that one.
the two-way.
It was like
He
I
took
forgot
it
what
as a sidekick.
it was called, but yeah, I remember I was like, oh shoot, you got a sidekick? And you're like, yep,
Yeah.
shlink.
Yeah, I got one. Sure, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, look who texted me. Coach said be there by 3:00.
I think I had to get one because I had a girlfriend in high school, so like I had to.
This was not in
Probably
high
why.
school though. This is after.
It's definitely in high school.
You did
Nah,
not
you
have
wasn't in high school.
After high
yes,
school?
you didn't have a sidekick in high school.
I was doing that after high
Yeah.
school?
It had
Oh,
to
It
be,
really?
bro.
was.
We were all
We
doing
were
that
all
after high
doing that.
school?
We were because remember we were like in like we all played at different well, me and Tadell played at the same college, but you played at a different college, and we'd be in like open gyms and stuff, and everyone was like,
Everybody
yeah,
head down, typing away on their phone.
Water break.
yeah, yeah. Everyone had their little sidekick. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Them away messages could be lit.
Exactly.
Hey, what the white? I mean, not the white. Where Kawhi going?
I think he's gonna
Lakers.
sign a 2-year.
With the Lakers.
With the Clippers?
Yeah, he's gonna. I think, in my opinion, he'll sign a 2-year. Opt out the 2-year with a player option on the second. Opt out the next offseason, and he could sign the super max. So that's what I think is gonna happen.
So you think decline the option just so that he can set it up for
Absolutely.
that? Okay. Because I didn't understand why he would decline.
That's why Chris Paul declined.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't understand why he would decline either.
Yeah.
Well, he took less per year, but he took less per year. Like I think he was going to make 40 something, and then.
But he want to still stay in the league also.
Right.
It's not like they would kick him out or nothing, but
right.
It's basically guaranteed he's going to be in the league that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
He's going to get paid. He paid, period. But
yeah, for sure.
I don't like counting people's pockets, but I don't know. I think Kawhi told you. I think he out of there, man.
Yeah, you definitely.
You think he's out of there? Where do you think he goes though?
To the Warriors. I thought I said this last
Oh,
night.
I didn't know you said that.
No.
I don't think he can.
Yes, he can.
Unless they did like a sign and trade thing.
They're gonna make it happen.
But there's a will. There's a will the way.
I'm looking on.
I said the same thing, but about the Lakers though.
I'm looking at
Lakers already got 3 people with big contracts.
I'm looking at DeMar
right now.
For you guys, I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense to me. You keep saying that, and that
no. I'm not saying he's going to the Clippers. I'm saying I'm looking at where DeMar DeRozan goes, but they can make it happen. Don't get it wrong.
Lakers.
Well, your theory's out the window, Swaggy, because you said that we was getting the brothers, a.k.a. Lowry and DeRozan.
Okay, well, I was half wrong so far.
You're canceled.
But if you ask me, getting Westbrook and DeMar is better than getting Lowry and DeMar. So
I mean, we haven't got DeMar.
I know, but if it works out to where we get Westbrook and DeMar, I would prefer that over Lowry and DeMar. So if they can make that happen, then good.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, who's not?
I think he's going to Miami too.
You think he's going to Miami? No. Yeah, we were just talking about it earlier. I don't think that, but
yeah, but yeah,
so are you okay?
Yeah.
No, I'm getting my hair braided, man.
All right, do your thing, man.
Yeah,
appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right.
That was a pleasure, man.
All right.
Later.
So Hueneme, we never got a clear answer on.
Nah, he wouldn't pick a side.
Honestly, they should just call it Hueneme, keep it the same, or change it.
Yeah. Yeah. Either or, I don't care. Whatever.
No.
I had went on a trip this past weekend. went out to Big Bear with some of my cousins. It's for one of my cousins' bachelor party, and so there's maybe 6 or 7 of us. We went out there and got a cabin. Cabin was super cool. It was like uh, up in the mountains near the lake. Like had a view of the lake. Um, had a pool table, had a hot tub, had barbecue, like all this stuff, and had a bunch of rooms. All the beds were comfortable. Like it was super nice. Um, and so we got out there, and we were just gonna stay there for a couple of days and kick it, and get drunk, and So on Saturday we got a boat. We rented a pontoon boat, and the forecast was for scattered thunderstorms. But we had already, we rented the boat, so we figured take our chances, see if the storms come in or not. Like um, so we get out there, we make all our sandwiches, got our cooler, and we're ready to just go and sit on the lake and kind of hang out, listen to music and stuff. So we get out on the lake, we're driving around, and we start to see some thunderclouds a little bit, like so, or rain clouds. They're kind of a little bit like a ways off, but they were coming our direction. Um, Pretty dark clouds, and so we're out on the lake, but we were kind of keeping tabs on it, kind of looking and seeing, if it was developing into anything more. And we're on the lake, and we see this guy in a boat. And he's in like one of those small metal uh, fishing boat kind of things, right? Like with the little propeller on the back, you know.
Yeah.
So he's in one of those boats, and he's paddling. So he's going along and he's paddling, and my cousin saw him, and he said, he was wondering if he needed help, like if he was stranded. And so he decided to go see if he was okay. I'm putting it on record. I said it before, but initially when I saw that guy and then my cousin brought that up, my suggestion was to leave him there, was to pretend that we didn't see him and then just drive past him. That's what I wanted to do. That was my recommendation. But we didn't do that. So we turn around, drive by this guy, and ask him if he needs some help. And he said, "Yeah, my motor died. Can you just tow me back to uh, to my spot up there? It's not that far." They say, "Okay," and he's got a rope, so he throws his rope to the boat, and we tie him up, and then we start going. Uh, as we're pulling him to where he needs to go, those rain clouds are starting to head over top of us, and the thunder is starting to get pretty loud and pretty frequent. And then we start seeing lightning. Lightning was like, we saw it touch down. It set a tree on fire nearby our cabin. Like, so eventually they had to like go send helicopters up there. But the rain cloud, the cloud was right above us for the most part, and the lightning was touching down really close. Like thunder goes, and then a second or two, the lightning strikes, and then the thunder. And so we're towing this guy, and we're starting to get a little bit anxious of like, maybe this is kind of dangerous right now. Like maybe we should consider what we're doing. So we're asking, and we keep asking the guy, like, right here, this good? And he's like, no, further, keep going further. So we keep going, lightning striking, thunder's clapping, and we finally get to the point where we're getting close to where he needs to go, but it's getting so like, getting pretty sketchy to where we just ended up like we were all just saying like just cut him loose. Fuck him. Let him die. Like we we turned on him pretty quick. We didn't cut him loose, but the thought was there for sure. And he was like, we're towing him. He's like, I don't know, maybe he's 15 feet behind us, and we're all in the boat. Like, should we just cut him loose? Like, I don't know. And he's sitting behind us, like, yeah, a little bit further. Thanks, guys. But we finally got him to the destination. We took him all the way, despite you know, our thoughts about leaving him to die. And we let him go. And then he said, "Thanks, guys. I love you."
Mm.
And then we sped back towards where we're supposed to be going. And then, maybe 15 minutes later, the storm passed and the sun came out, and then we sat and drank on the lake.
Okay. Sounds like a eventful day. You
It
said,
definitely
what was the
was.
name of the boat that you guys were?
It's a pontoon boat.
Oh,
You ever seen
I'm
one of
not
those?
sure. I never heard that word before.
It's like a. I think the pontoons are like the flotation things. They're like the big. There's like two big metal floaty things, I guess, that it kind of sits on.
Mm.
But it's a good sized boat. Like it fit. I think it fit 10 people. They don't go super fast.
Okay.
So we're kind of like putting along the lake. We can't go that fast, and we're towing this guy. And as we got down to the end of the lake, which is where his little dock was, my cousin gets a call, and he picks it up. And at that point, it's raining on us. And since we're driving, or in the boat moving into the storm, the rain was coming down. It felt like hail. Like it was coming down hard, and it's like heavy, big raindrops. And so we're heading towards that direction. And then my cousin gets a phone call, and then we hear him. He picks up, and just yeah, and gets off the phone. And he said that it was the marina, like the place that we rented the boat from, and they were calling to tell him, "Hey, that far into the lake, don't go down there. Don't go over there right now." And that's exactly where we were. That's where we had been heading.
Nice.
So, but we made it, and it was a good time.
Yeah, it sound like a good time. Was it raining the whole time? Was it kind of gloomy the whole time, or did it?
No, it was like it would be sunny, and then we would kind of see some clouds roll in a little bit, and if they passed over us, then it got kind of dark and a little bit rainy for not very long, but they were kind of just passing through. So we got to have some time out on the boat and
Nice.
listen to music and eat our sandwiches that we packed.
Did you now? Here's the number one question. Did you put any chips inside of the sandwiches?
No. Oh, you did?
I'm saying, like, I kind of
do?
look a certain way at people who have. I'm not saying you needed to, but I look at people a certain way who have never done that.
Oh, I've never done it.
So then I look at you a certain way because
I see. I hear that.
it's just a natural instinct of a child or at some point when you've had a sandwich to put your chips inside of the sandwich and eat it.
Not for me.
You've never put any chips, Doritos.
What's the point?
To make it crunchy and a different flavor. What are you talking about?
Why don't you just eat the chips?
You can. And I've done that plenty of times. Way more than I've done the chips in the sandwich. But at some point, you're making your sandwich and the chip bag is right there. And you're like,
Right.
And you say, let me put this chip on here. You know what? Let me coat it with chips. You've never done that?
No. No.
Man.
It's just a distraction from the sandwich.
It
Make your
adds to the
sandwich better
sandwich.
if you need that much, if you need that much like excitement for your sandwich, then you're using wrong ingredients. You know what that is? You know what that is? It's when you go to sushi and they cover it with like ketchup and mustard and
I've
mayo
never had that.
and chips,
Never had that.
and
Never.
Oreos and all kinds of, Twinkies and all kinds of stuff. But if you get real sushi, like good sushi, it's not a bunch of ingredients that are just thrown at you. It's about the ingredients that you do use.
So I went to.
Therefore, you should not be putting chips on a sandwich. You shouldn't need to because the
I
quality
think I
ingredients are
win in
enough.
this. I think there's more people who have put chips at some point in their life in the sandwich than not. I'm just gonna go out on a
I
limb.
forgive all of them.
You could forgive, you could forget. I don't care what you do, but I think that more people have put chips into their sandwich than not. And I look at you I look at you different now. I don't.
All right,
I
well,
just think that it's just a natural instinct as a child, as a teenager, whatever, and even as an adult to do it. It's like, you know what? Let me add. Let me kick it up a notch, as Emerald would say, or Emerald, whatever his name is. But I will say that it's funny because you talk about going and like getting ingredients. I went to Subway. Well, each time I go to Subway, it's interesting because I order a wrap, I order a spinach wrap. One, so obviously it's like most people aren't doing that. And then they're like, "All right, what type of
yeah,
meat?"
you're getting judged from the
Yeah,
start.
yeah. And then they're like, "What type of meat you want?" Pause. And then I'm like, "Nah, none." And then they're like, "Okay, well, you want what kind of cheese?" And then I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." And they're like, "All right." And then they're like, "What do you want in it?" I'm like, "Veggies." And then yeah,
I want veggies in the veggies.
yeah. So they're like, every single time I get some type of it's yeah. It's funny because there's a place in Florida called Public. Well, on the East Coast, like Southeast. I don't know where else it is. I know it's in Georgia too, but it's called Publix. It's like a Vons or Albertsons, one of those types of grocery stores, and they have where you can make your own sandwich there. And I was making like, I was vegan at that point too, and they'd be like, "You don't want no meat." The hell is this? I used to get the craziest comments on it.
I bet.
It's
I bet.
hilarious sometimes, but yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before we move off of Subway, I had to get Subway, and I say it like that because I try not to. I'm not a big fan.
Why?
I mean the bread just tastes like air.
Oh, bread. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, see, and then
He said air.
the meat, like there's only a couple meat options for me. Like I can only get the salami, pepperoni, or turkey. Um, all that stuff, like the chicken and the steak, and the bacon that they got, and the eggs, like these egg sandwiches
God,
that people do.
I didn't
Oh,
even know they
and they
have
just heat
eggs.
it up in the microwave.
Ugh. I didn't even know they
So
had eggs.
yeah, yeah, yep. They'll come in like they'll bring it, or guys that I work with will bring in a sandwich, and it's got egg and onions and spinach, and like be on a one of those like pita things, and
How much are
it's a lot.
you correcting or ordering your your Subway artist around? Like
Well,
how much are you?
it's funny that you asked that because I was having a young gentleman make my sandwich for me, and there's a couple younger guys there. I'd say I don't know, early 20s or something, and they're guys making my sandwich, and then they're passing it down their little assembly line or whatever, and I get to go to go pay, and so he says something to one of the other guys that works back there, and I heard it as there's mold on this bread. That's what I heard because they kind of whispered it, and then I just go, "What's that?"
And what did he say? Chill, dude. Like, relax.
He
Wasn't
perked
even
up
talking to you.
a lot, and he turned it and he said, "Oh, we're almost out of bread."
We're almost out of bread, sir. Don't hurt me.
But I
There's mold.
I thought he was
And
trying
he's still
to,
giving
to
you the bread. There's
thought he was
mold on
trying
this
to.
bread. So after this customer, can we get new bread?
I thought he was like, "Hey, there's mold on this bread,"
That'll be
and then just gonna give it
$15.
to me. Yeah, like I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not playing that game. So I really have no option at that point. But no, I'm not being too, you know, other than that, I'm not picky, I don't think.
Right.
I know what I get, what I like. What I don't do is I rarely say light lettuce, heavy tomato,
You
3
don't do that? You
pepperoncinis.
don't do that?
No, I don't do
I
that.
have to do
No.
that.
You have well, yeah, I mean,
I
yeah, yours
this
is a much
dude,
more
every single time
intricate thing.
they want to go because I'll be like, all right, a little bit of I'll say because you get to the little toppings or whatever, and you're like, all right, lettuce, and they feel like it's a damn.
All right, lettuce.
No, I'm saying start with lettuce. Like, okay, what do you want? Like, obviously it's all veggies. Like, what do you want? And they're like, I'll be
Yeah.
like lettuce, but that's probably the least that I want. Like like of the veggies or whatever. And so
That's the most they give you
that's
though.
the app. This dude is like digging in with both hands, full scoops. And it's like, yeah, like it's a damn salad bowl. I had
Well, he's probably
he's like, I don't
you
know
must want a
what's
ton of lettuce, I guess. If you only
exactly.
like,
Exactly.
I'm wrapping your lettuce in other lettuce, so I don't know what else you want from me.
Exactly. So he man, I had this one dude. He was like, he put all kinds of lettuce, like too much, and the dude was like, "Nah, hell nah." His coworker was like, "Nah, you fucked up, dude." Like he's like, "Nah, that's not gonna work, man." Like, nope, nah, got to do that over. Hell nah. He just ridiculed him in front of everyone. He's like, "This ain't Chipotle." He's like, "Okay, I'm so sorry." He's like, "Nah, get to the back. Take time out." I was like, "Damn."
Time out.
He's like, "Can I get a water?" Nah, take your 15-minute break. It was like his first day on the job.
Sometimes when you get to the topping stage and then they don't say anything,
Yeah.
like they just look at you like, you know what to do? You're like, this your first time, stupid?
Oh, needless to say, some of these places are the next week and then the week after that, you're not gonna see the same person all the time. So
Yeah, for the most part.
yeah, so you're not working with. Usually, it's high turnover. Usually, it's people who you may or may not have seen before working there. So it's like
Yeah.
you don't know what to
You
expect.
probably grow to hate that job real fast.
It's a possibility, depending on the demographic, depending on how happy you are to hold a job.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. If you're a a young 20-year-old and you're getting yelled at by some adult on his lunch break, then I would probably opt out of that pretty quick too.
Yeah, I felt bad for Buddy. He was like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "This ain't Chipotle. Come on, man." Like he just you could tell he had no skill on how to like handle someone who's doing something wrong in their position. And it was
Yeah,
just
and
like,
probably no
dang.
patience for it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. But dude was like, "Oh, okay. Where's the back? Where do I go?" Like he's like,
Where's the timeout
yeah.
corner?
Yeah, so but yeah, so you didn't do any of that in Big Bear? You didn't have the chips in the sandwich?
No, no, we didn't do that. No, we did some tri-tip. We did plenty of drinking. We uh, had our sandwiches and our breakfast and
I've
good time.
I've done the I guess canoeing where you're like
Yeah,
sitting in the little thing,
kayak would probably
kayak
be
or canoeing, whatever it
my
is,
guess.
on
I'm pretty
on
sure it's kayak.
yeah, on Big Bear Lake as well.
Oh, you did Big Bear.
Yeah, that's where you went, right?
Yeah, but I'm surprised that you went.
You're surprised that I went to
No.
Big Bear?
Yeah,
I've been to Big Bear more times than you. That's a fact.
I guess so.
How many times have you been to Big Bear?
I'm surprised at that too.
No, no, no.
I don't.
I'm curious. How many times have you been to Big Bear?
I think 3.
Okay. Yeah, I have. I've been there probably 8 times. Um,
And you went canoeing each time.
no, I only went canoeing one time, or whatever it is, kayaking, canoeing, whatever the hell it's called, where you're sitting in the thing and you're like paddling on both sides, whatever that is. And yeah, it's an interesting place. Did you go into the little town at all? Like the little main
We
street
drove through
thing?
it. Yeah, yeah, we drove through there.
They still have the theater?
We stopped and ate at the at a German restaurant.
Really?
Had some German sausage.
Are you talking about on the little main street? Like, what is it called? Like
Yeah,
Bear
the
Main
village I
Street?
think is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, the little main street, the downtown thing that
Is
they
that
have.
arcade still there?
I don't know.
Is that movie theater still there?
I don't know.
Okay, so who knows where you went? But
I saw a Vaughn's and a Stater Brothers and a
oh,
German
that's
restaurant.
no. So that's not. Yeah, that's yeah, that's on the opposite side. There's another like little. I don't know what you would call it, like like a old town Big Bear little.
Is it called Fawn Skin? What's funny about that to you?
I like how you ask me what's funny, but then you bust out laughing.
Because that's not what we were calling it on the trip.
Okay. What were you calling it on the trip?
Foreskin. Is that what you call it?
I don't even know what you're talking about, to be honest with you.
Oh, there's a city called Fawnskin. Like fawn, like a baby deer, right?
Uh-huh.
I think that's what it is.
All right. Yeah.
But it's called fawnskin because I guess it's cutting the skin off of a baby deer, which is pretty weird.
Yeah, true.
But I guess it's not any weirder than foreskin. It's cutting the skin off a baby penis.
You know what's crazy is don't they have a high school? Big Bear High School or no?
I'm sure that they
That's
do.
great. What like what life? You know what I mean? Like what how different is that
I
life?
mean, I could. I could.
You could what?
I could gather an opinion from being there what kind of life it was, what it is.
It's crazy. But yeah, that was
Very mountain life. That
obviously
type of secluded mountain type thing.
you
The type where I think they get upset with with tourists a lot of the time.
Yeah,
coming in and crowding the place.
yeah, maybe. You're right.
But that's the only type of industry that they
I
have
mean,
there, so I
how
don't know
could
why
they
they're giving
get
that anyways.
yeah, how could you live there and not be amongst tourists all the time? Every
Yeah.
we worked with a girl who used to, I don't know if she lived in Big Bear, but she lived up in some mountains like that, and they call people who live in the mountains call us flatlanders.
Mm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was so like
That's exactly what I would expect.
so just foreign.
Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah,
It's
for
you know
sure.
it's a
I like it a lot.
beautiful place, great lake. It's
I
very
don't like to drive
very
up there,
cool.
but
No, we luckily we drove during the day
mhm,
for the whole way, and it was like clear out.
yeah.
But that windy road, like as you're getting up there, I was talking to somebody today about going there, and then he told me about going when he went, and it was super foggy driving up there, and then it got dark. So like he's going up that road where it's like 5 feet. You look over five
Yeah.
feet, and it's a big drop.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's pretty gnarly. So I'm glad that we didn't do that this time.
Yeah, that's brings back a lot of memories cuz I've been there a couple times like I said, like damn near 10 times and stayed in different like cabins,
Yeah.
um, at different times of the year, summer, winter, and yeah, I remember going to that
Like
little main street. I don't know what it's called. You might be right. It's called the Village or something like that.
the village, I think, because there's a sign over
Yeah,
out, like
and
sign as you
it
enter,
goes
and
straight and then it goes to the left.
yeah.
Yeah. Um yeah, there used to be a
So
huge arcade. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to go into that arcade. There was a huge arcade on the right side, and then if you went down a little bit more, there was a movie theater. And
so you would go like with your family,
yeah.
like a big family trip.
Nah, not usually just yeah, just me and my
You're like your immediate
immediate
family.
family. A couple actually
Yeah.
maybe like twice, 2, 3 times went with my cousin actually moved to Victorville for a little bit, and so it's right there. So we went with her a couple times. Um, and then maybe 1 or 2 other times with like my aunts and uncles or something like that. But yeah, it was. And then that was when I was like, the last couple times I was like, man, I'm on my boxing shit, and I was like running in the morning because that.
Damn, when was the last time that you went?
Well, I was little, not little, but
Oh, okay.
like
I didn't even know that you were into boxing like that. Then
yeah, yeah. And so I would, well,
I didn't know that.
I just remembered that like people were going to it was around the time like Fernando Vargas and
Oh, okay.
Oscar De La Hoya, and I forgot who was training up there. And I was like, oh, okay, like let me get up this morning and run. And
Okay.
I was all
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah. Yeah. That's usually how it works.
It's like, dang, they running this. This air is thin
Yeah.
up there, super thin.
Yeah, it is. We discovered that the first night that we got there and we started drinking.
And what happened? You
I
guys
think
couldn't breathe?
I think that we were just no, we were just I don't know if the altitude has an effect on that. I think it does, of like how quickly you start to get drunk.
Interesting.
So, but who knows? I might be making that up too. So, but it was a good time. We almost died, but got to hang out with my cousins and their a couple of their buddies.
Okay, dope.
A lot of good dudes. So it was a good time.
Nah, that's super dope. That's super dope. Log cabin.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it looked like it was made out of logs.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like whenever I would, because we used to go to Lake Nacimiento when we were younger.
I remember you saying that.
We would kind of do the same thing. Like we've been there a bunch, and so, but we would camp. So whenever we would go, we'd be outside doing that.
You know what's crazy is I remember you saying that when you were little,
Oh, about doing
like
that?
in like second grade. But
Yeah.
you were saying nacimiento.
Oh yeah, yeah, Nacimiento for
Yeah.
sure. I think I just stopped saying that before I just said it right now for the first
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, no, I remember you like when we were little kids. Like that brings back the memory of you saying it like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
So we used to go all the time, but in our adult years, I think we've moved to like the cabin, uh, the cabin scenario. Just because it's so much like camp, like
Not tense.
when we used to go when I was a kid, we would sleep on the ground outside, no tent.
Yo,
Which
knock it off. Hold on. Like your pillow was like up against a log? Like what do you mean? What you talking about, bro?
we would put a tarp down, and then like those egg carton things,
Egg carton.
and then put a sleep. They're like the spongy cushions, just for like some kind of cushion, so that the ground's not, just lying on the hard ground, and then sleeping bag on top of that, and then pillow in the sleeping bag.
Bugs and
then just sleep
termites
outside.
and
Yes,
tarantulas
I have
and all.
no idea why we did. I don't know why we did that, and I would never do it today.
Yo.
But we did it, and my parents let us do that.
That's love.
Is it? Is it?
Yo, you didn't even have the tent.
Yeah.
No tent. Just open. Open to all.
People brought tents, like my aunts and uncles and all, and like other cousins and stuff. But there were a select few of us that we would do that.
I respect.
And it was in the summer, so like it was warm enough to be fine. Like it was warm, but
yeah, I
bugs
bet.
and stuff, and like, nah, I'm not doing that today.
Man, I respect that. That's great.
Don't because we were just stupid. That's all.
I'm just saying. Nah, they probably were like, they calculated it, but they're like, we need to rough it or something.
I assure you, they did not. They did not calculate it. That was not the priority. It was probably like, we don't have enough. I don't want to pay for an extra tent. You three sleep outside.
Wait, they slept inside?
Yeah, there are only a few of us sleeping outside.
Oh, they were like, we're sleeping inside. You guys sleep outside the tent?
Yeah.
Yo.
We did a road trip one time. It was me and my cousin and his parents, so my aunt and uncle, and we did a road trip, and we were driving in their. It was like a Chevy 1500, I think, but like the super long bed. So the cab is small, and the seats were the kind like they weren't the. Remember, there used to be seats where your back would be up against the side of the door. Like, I don't know if you ever sat in like that. Like my dad had an old Ford Ranger, and the seats in the back would like fold down, and then you would sit across from the other person behind you. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen those before. It's a super small cab. It must have been only for children. Super dangerous. Like there's no airbags. You're just back there with a bunch of metal and like looking at each other, like staring.
Like you're going to war.
But this truck that we were riding in with my aunt and uncle, like we were facing forward, our knees were touching the seats in front of us, and we drove to Oregon in this truck. So like we're sitting in the back of this truck, and our knees are cramped up against the seat all the way up to Oregon, and we had a trailer. We were towing a trailer, and so at night when we stopped to sleep, my aunt and uncle slept in the trailer, and then my cousin and I slept in the bed of the truck. And I remember being in Sacramento, sleeping in the bed of the truck, and the wind was like, it was like crazy, I don't know, 30-mile-an-hour wind. And we're just like lying in the back, and the wind is shaking the truck and the trailer and everything. And we're just lying in the back of the truck, like just waiting for the sun to come back up because not getting any sleep back there because the elements are getting us. So
It's called roughing it.
yeah, yeah.
Nah,
Yep.
I respect it.
So that's what happens.
Yeah,
That's what happens when you got a big family. I mean, I don't know if how big your family is, but you get, some people get forgotten, I think, like at times, and then it just becomes like, they'll be all right. They can fend for themselves, Like there's less focus on, like when you have so many people to focus on,
right.
it's difficult.
Hey, shout out to the people who got focused on.
Yeah, cheers to them. All right, if you we're gonna kick it over to the Patreon right now. So if you're looking for more content, check it out. Check out livefromoxcity.com. We got 30 plus episodes over there. We're about to get into one right now. So we'll see you over there.